Good morning.
Good morning. So this is episode 8, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Right. So we've been
You
doing this
always know that.
I know.
And I'm always like surprised, like, oh, wow, 8. That's the number after 7.
I didn't
which was
realize we've
last
been
week.
doing this for 2 months already.
2 months. Look at us.
So
And people keep coming. So I guess we're doing okay.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. We actually do get a lot of replays though. So yeah.
People
so that
like us.
I like that.
That's nice.
Because I can see that on my YouTube, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to drop a link. So today, what are we talking about? Go for it.
Product descriptions.
There we go.
We're
so random though. We really are.
Yeah. It's like, what do you want to talk about in 5 minutes? Oh, okay. Let's talk about that.
Right. So I just dropped a link for a PDF. I don't know why. We do kind of make a great pair. We believe that too.
Yeah.
We do.
And we like each other. Even if no one showed up, we'd still, I feel like, do this.
Right. We would still go for it. We don't care.
We're just happy that you guys are here, but
yes. Yeah,
I do like my hour of Pam every week.
Right, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I don't care if we don't have nothing to talk about. We'll come on here and just shoot the giggles, right?
Shoot the giggles.
Okay,
I was telling somebody about tips and giggles. I was telling somebody yesterday, and he's like, tips and giggles? And I was like, yeah, that's the name of it. Design tips and giggles. And he Googled it, and he found you on YouTube. And I was like, good for you. That's what I wanted you to find. So
nice.
Yeah.
Someone Googled us. That's
someone Googled us.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Well, Pam, Beth Ann, and I'm more into Canva. She's more into PowerPoint, but we kind of just come together and just have a really fun time. So I don't think we're really talking about either one of those today.
I don't think so.
Nah.
But we both are very passionate about pretty things.
Oh yeah, and colorful.
Yeah.
They have
colorful. Yes. Your PDF today, I saw the header and I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. I love it.
I have to put color into it.
You do.
All right. So, let's go ahead. If they could look at the PDF, I feel these questions are really important, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm going to, what am I going to?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Where is it down?
The questions. Okay.
Oh, okay. The questions. All right.
Okay. So we're going to talk about product descriptions. And I think all of us have bought products online. And these are just some general questions. And if you want to answer them, go ahead in the chat. But Beth and I are going to answer these questions as well, because we have some, we need to let you guys know some things.
We have some strong opinions.
Exactly. Okay. So first question is, what information do you find most useful in a product description?
As a buyer or as a seller?
Let's go as a buyer.
Okay. I need to know what I'm getting in a product. Like, I need to know, is this going to be something that's mailed to me, or is this going to be something that's digital? On Teachers Pay Teachers, everything's digital, so it doesn't really matter. I guess I'd want to know if there's like how long of a PDF and like what's included in my download. I'd want to know that. But on Etsy, you need to say like 48 times, like, this is a digital download. I'm not mailing anything to you. By the way, it's a digital download. Like, put it everywhere on Etsy. Yeah.
And capitalize it and bold it if you can.
Yeah. Put it on like a red banner. Yeah. Like, make an entire picture that just says, this is a digital download.
Yeah.
And then you'll still get people that are like, when is this going to mail to me?
or the emails. So I didn't get my product.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I get every back to school season. Like, so right now, I get loads of emails because most of my products that sell really well on Etsy are like classroom decor. So
Right.
everyone, I've gotten 3 this week already, and it's only friggin' Tuesday. But people are like, I can't find my download, and it's like, well, did you look? Is always what I want to say, but I don't say that.
Right.
You
Because
don't
that would
want to
be
be
mean.
rude.
Rude.
Have you tried looking? Or just kidding. I love people who buy my things. I just wish that I wish Etsy had like a protocol for that. Like,
Yeah, that would be nice. So
if
you
people are
want to
like,
know
I
what
can't
you're
find it.
getting. Duh.
Yes.
You
To go back
duh.
to the question we started with.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to skip over a couple of them, but what's missing in most product descriptions that you come across as a
Oh,
buyer? I think we're going to go through as a buyer so we know.
okay. All right.
So what do you think? What's missing in most product descriptions that you come across?
Oh. Okay. So I like, yeah. Okay. So Marilyn says, I like the tips that like tell you the different ways that you can use them.
Love
Like,
it.
there's some clip artists that do that, and I love that. And they're like, this is, whatever, like counting clips or whatever. And they're like, use them in clip cards or use them in like math worksheets. And like, when they specifically tell me like, these are the different ways you can use it, it's like, oh, I absolutely need this cute, adorable thing that I wanted to buy anyway, that I just needed something to validate my feelings that I need to have it. Like, that's a great way to validate that for them. Like, use
Right.
this in this way or this way or this way. And then they're like, yes, I will do it. I love that. How can I use them? That's good.
And you do that a lot, I think. When I look at your stuff,
Absolutely.
yeah, because you show this would be really good at a classroom. Oh my gosh. So giving tips on how to use this product is something that we all should be doing. All.
Right.
So
When you think about
write
it,
that
like,
down.
someone sees something that's adorable and they're like, or whatever, like it attracts them and they're like, how can I, what can I do? Like, like they just want to like know like different ways, like show them different ways that they can use it and show them different ways that they can like benefit from having this product. That's such a good, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and Marilyn says another good thing. She needs to know the terms of use as well.
Oh, yes.
Yes, please. Yes,
Yeah.
please. I need to know if I can use this just for my personal stuff
Mm-hmm.
or if I can turn around and do some stuff and then sell it kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, terms of use. So we're going to go tips, terms of use.
Mm-hmm. Somebody actually asked me the other day, they bought like $100 worth of stuff on my stinking
Damn.
Etsy shop. I know. I was like, that's great. Good for them. And then they're like, I don't see in the terms of use how I can like resell this. And I was like, oh, well, that's because you can't. Because it's a $5 product. Like, no, you can't resell it. And they're like, oh, like I didn't want to use this. And it's like, oh, refund. And so I lost
Really?
all. Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Mm-hmm. So
Was it
apparently you have to make it super clear, like this is for your use personally or whatever, not commercial use. I don't know what would make them think that a
right?
bunch of printables would be resale rights unless it specifically says that, but I didn't specifically say you can't do that in the info, and now I do on Etsy.
Okay.
Nobody
So things.
thinks that on Teachers Pay Teachers.
Ah, man. Sorry that happened, but there's a good. There you go. The
It's a good lesson.
descriptions. There's that line again.
Yeah, on your face. Now it dancing. But yeah,
It's that
so
the sun is just coming up right now, so it's still going.
oh,
But yeah, definitely. So tips, terms of use, be clear, 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 clear. Obviously, yeah. So I always make sure to put it is personal, use multiple times. Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
And I do in my actual products. I never thought that I would have to do it on the sales page, which I guess that makes sense though, or not the product description, which is the same thing as a sales page. But Yeah, I never thought to do that, because on Teachers Pay Teachers, that's not even a question. That's not, nobody would ever
Right.
think that on Teachers Pay Teachers, but on Etsy, they apparently do.
Oh yeah, definitely. People are trying to take everybody's products over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm glad they said something instead of just did it, so.
Right. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Have you ever decided not to purchase a product because of an unclear or inadequate description? Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. If it's
Absolutely.
not clear, you're not getting my money.
Yeah. If I have like any questions about it, I'm just like, see ya. I'll find something else.
Right.
Yeah. And
Okay,
I've also
so
asked
yeah.
people, like, on Teachers Pay Teachers, if they're not clear in their description, I like, they have like a Q&A type thing on Teachers Pay Teachers, and on Etsy you can just like message the seller. You like ask them like, is this okay for personally or for commercial use, because it's not clear, and then they'll respond, and then I know. So I always ask questions if it's something I have to have. But if it's something
Right.
that I'm like, oh, this is cool, and then it's not clear, I'm like, oh, just find something else.
Right. That's
Like,
how I am. If
yeah.
if if I come across something that, is cute, I like, but there's not a whole lot of detail in it, I'll move on. I'll
Mm-hmm.
move on. So obviously we need to make, so when I do my product descriptions, I try to put as much detail as I can,
Oh
but
yeah.
then you get this long description then. So do we like to do shorter or long descriptions, more
Oh,
detailed?
yeah.
I kind of like more detailed. What about you,
Yeah.
Beth?
I absolutely love more detailed,
Okay.
because there's so many ways for you to get found on search when you talk about
Oh,
like different ways to use your products and different like features of it. Like somebody might be searching for like PDF, like pumpkin stencil PDF or something like that. And if you mention that in your description, then you'll get the search term for it, rather than, you don't all have to have everything in your title. Like, yeah. So I like that. I like to add as much description as possible.
yeah, me too. Me too. And you make a great point about, like, I'm not a big on SEO, just because it's just too much for my head sometimes.
Yeah.
But making sure that our keywords are in there in the description, all that, that's really important, because you're right. When people do search, then our products will come up if we're using the right, description words.
Mm-hmm. And just talking about your product, like talking
Exactly.
about the use of it, is a good way to get those search terms naturally without sounding like a robot. So like you're
Right.
writing for Google and you're writing for the user.
So
Oh,
what
that
I've been
runs.
noticing a lot lately, and I've done it, is now I can tell which ones are kind of AI descriptions.
Oh, yeah.
Then so always try to put a little bit more personal stuff. Use Chatty, of course. Please use Chatty.
Absolutely. Absolutely use
Please.
Chatty. Yeah.
Actually, what I do is I write my description first, and then I put it into Chatty and say, please make this beautiful.
That's a good
Well,
idea.
in different words, but please make this, you know, um, I just say, please rewrite this as a product description for Etsy or Payhip. And it
Mm,
actually does a pretty good job.
mm,
So
okay. Good.
utilize that chatting,
Oh, I love Chatty so much.
right?
Yeah.
So it is also very important that you put your dimensions and measurements in the
Oh,
product.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. And people like to know um like certain things that you need, like how do I word it? um like in classroom decor, when you have like the labels, like people want to know how big those labels are to see if they'll fit onto whatever they're putting it on. Like, so like some things don't really matter dimensions, like if it's just like a PDF of like, I don't even know, lacing cards or whatever. I haven't made a product in a few days, so I'm not really thinking of any. Like I write
She
the
says a
ribbon.
few days.
been like at least 20 minutes since I've
Jeez.
opened PowerPoint. All right. So, so, you know, like something that you don't really need the dimensions. I would just say, you know, like it's like a standard US letter, whatever.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
if it's a label, I would put the dimensions of the label so they'll know if it will fit on what they want to put it on.
Cool.
You know? Yeah. Cool. Nifty.
Okay, so here's a good one.
Okay.
Does the tone of the product description matter to you?
Does the tone of my description? Yes. To me. Because like, I mean, okay.
Let's talk about this.
Okay. So like, all right. So I have 3 different stores. I have my TPT, my Etsy, and then I have my blog store, right? So I mostly make it for TPT and then I just bounce it over to Etsy and then I put it on my blog site. But I've noticed on my blog site that I like to put a little extra personality on it because like it's my personal blog. Whereas on Teachers Pay Teachers, you know, they want to have like a nice professional thing. So I only tend to put like my personality in like the very beginning of it. And the rest, it's like, this is what you're getting and this is who it's for and this is the benefits. And like, I add that and those are very professional. But in the beginning, I'm like, you know, a little spicy. And then on Etsy, I feel like it doesn't really matter that much. You can add as much as you want. It doesn't, nobody's going to read it. It's for search on Etsy because it's very difficult to find the description unless you know how to find the description. And then on my blog, I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'll just add on my personality in here.
Marilyn reads Etsy.
How do you find them? You must know where to find them then, because most people are like, I've never even seen an Etsy description, you know?
Well, you have to click see
click.
more.
Yeah. And
like
it's
that.
like, click. It's difficult to see.
I know. But we didn't design Etsy, so we can't, you know.
I'm gonna show people how ridiculous.
Show people.
I'm gonna show people. Here we go. All right. Oh, don't look at all that. All right. So if you go to Etsy, what am I showing people? I forgot. Okay, hold on. So if you click on this, click it. There we go. So here's the title.
Right.
Which isn't even like, it doesn't even look like a title. It just looks like, that's annoying. And then the description is right here and you have to press this button.
Yep. Learn more. There we go. Learn more.
There's all this stuff like, and people leave things like this. I wasn't able to download my purchase. And that is a user problem, not a problem with the actual product. And I hate that. Oh, I hate that. But yeah, you have to be able to, yeah. And then they got their terms of use. That's smart. Commercial use is prohibited. That's what I need to add to everywhere.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that description, and you're right. People don't always press that little button and all that. That you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do, but then I don't. Yeah, I do. Like I bought some on Etsy last week, and I bought it because it was really cute. The product itself, the description wasn't as, you know, I mean, it just gave me basic, but the product itself is what got me. So I was already sold. Mm-hmm. And when I got it, it was beautiful. I loved it. It's stuff that I could have did myself, but I did it.
Gosh. So. My husband hates when I buy stuff that I can do myself. The other day there was this set of like templates and I was like, oh my gosh, I need this. And he's like, but you can make that. And I was like, yeah, but these are already made and I don't have to make them. And he's like, that's not a good reason to buy it. It's like, that sounds like a good reason to me that I don't have to do it. Cause it's like, I would love to be able to have time to make thousands and thousands of pages of things. And eventually I will, but
you know,
I'd rather
someday we'll be that person.
Yeah. Someday.
Someday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not today.
So So going back to our questions here,
Let's get back on track. All right. This is why we
You
have
know.
the neurotypical person and the neurospicy.
Okay, here's a good one. Here's a good one. Are there any buzzwords? And we want you guys to answer this too. Are there any buzzwords or phrases that make you more likely to purchase a product?
Hmm.
And
Flash
same,
freebie.
oh, free, right? Buy the product freebie on there.
All right. Actually, so today is the first day of the TPT sale.
Oh.
And I look for flash freebie because I love freebies, and
Okay.
I search for growing bundle because I love when I can buy let me show you because I feel like
Okay.
you
I
need
love
to
the
see
word
it.
bundle. That's one of my,
Me too. I
yeah.
spent $28 there today. So I haven't like finished yet. I just put it all in my cart. All right, let's see how to. I haven't like checked out yet. There we go. But I have it in my cart, barefoot and bilingual right there. So there's all these people, they have like a flash deal that has like all these different things. And let me find some barefoot and bilingual. She does like, so this is like a typical clip artist right now during the sale. You go to most recent. Give it a second. So they always have like a freebie, right? To get you
Right.
to their store. And then they have a growing bundle, which this has these 4 different types of clip art. And you get all of them for $6. So normally like one of her things is like, this is one set of clip art is $3. And this is giving you 4 basically for half off. And the only thing is that like, you're not getting all of these products right now. You'll get them when she finishes them. And you can't, that's not something that's really possible on Etsy, but it's possible on Teachers Pay Teachers, because if you go to your purchases, you can see like if somebody recently updates, like it'll tell you like this is a growing bundle, and they added, I don't think they had anything when I first bought it. And then they just say like, I just added the reading and writing set. And like, this one is like, I just
Okay.
added some crayons, updated to include whatever. And this one, it's really, really big alphabet bundle. It's like, they add certain things and then they tell you that they add certain things. And that's why I love growing bundles, because then I get like all this stuff for like, I think like this product now
So
is
growing bundle means you buy into
$17.
it
Mm-hmm.
and then they can continue to put things in there.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay, I
I
like
bought
that.
this for $10 and now it's $17. And they keep adding more stuff to it all year until
Okay.
the end of the year. And then it's like, so it's like a gift every time I see it. Like every
Right.
time I like go on to if you just go on to like regular Teachers Pay Teachers, it'll show you like recent products. Well, no, hold on, give it a second, it's gotta load. Okay, like it'll be like, oh, there's this thing, and then if you're like, oh, I love this, and you click on it and it's from a growing bundle that you already purchased, it's like, oh sweet, it's like a gift to me, I already purchased it and I didn't even realize.
So in
So
Teacher Pay Teacher, a good
mhm.
description, if you're going to be doing this, if you want to do this,
Mm.
is a growing bundle. Do you do it?
I try my very best not to do a growing bundle because I I forget things. So I have some things like, okay, so people I don't know how to describe it. I'm very ADHD, I guess is the best way to describe it. I forget things.
Oh, there we go. And
Forget
that's
things.
so you would forget to put stuff into the bundle. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Mm-hmm.
too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
so if you're on your you know if you're on it
If you're
and
on your
you
game.
on your game
Mm-hmm.
and you're not distracted by all the other 50 million other things you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, growing bundle would be a good thing. I
Yeah.
like that.
I
Yeah, I
actually
don't think I could do a growing bundle either. I would forget to add to it.
like instantly. Yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
One of my friends is a clip art seller, and she says that she completes the bundle before she even posts it, and she posts it as a growing bundle and then like schedules not schedules, because you can't really schedule
Oh, I was
on
like,
Teachers Pay
whoa.
Teachers, but like adds more to it every, like she has it in a calendar. She's got it all like set out. And I was like, that is way more organized than I could ever be. But she says she already has it done before she, or
Okay.
like she's like months ahead, so that she doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, I have a bundle that's due today or something, you know? So that's nice.
I wish I was that type of person.
Right? Yeah. She said her husband does all the organizing and she does all the creative stuff. And I was like, that would work great for me. I just need someone to be like, hey, we're doing this today. So I could be like, actually, no, my brain says we're doing this today, you know? Someone to argue with.
You're hilarious. Hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So here's a good one. How important are product descriptions in establishing trust between you and the seller?
Okay.
I mean, I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
I know that I would buy through people I bought before.
Yeah. I was just thinking the thing that builds trust for me is like when I know what I'm getting, like when
Right.
I already use someone. But if there's like a really good description and it's like super thorough and like I know exactly what I'm getting, then I'm like, okay, I'll definitely buy that. I'll definitely take this risk on somebody that I've never purchased from before. Yeah. Okay. You know, like,
Yeah, and I also think that if they put the effort into writing such a beautiful description and everything that we need to know, I also believe then the product itself will be good.
ooh, yeah. I trust them until they do me wrong. Exactly.
Right?
And
Right?
that's why I cringe every time someone buys one of my products from like 2015. I'm like, oh, so sorry.
Do you actually really have products from 2015?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
it's funny because they like the picture is like a pin image, which is like, so pin images are long. They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
3 by 1, like 3 down
Mm-hmm.
by 1. They're very long. And um most e-commerce sites do square.
Right.
So it just
Most.
looks, it's very funny every time I see it. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
my goodness. That's
gosh,
hilarious.
sorry person who bought this. I did update one product from like 2015 because it kept selling. It was a space product and it kept
Mm-hmm.
selling. And I was like, okay, I got to stop doing this because like I'm like hurting myself from cringing so hard every time it it sells. So I did redo it and now it's selling better. It's
Oh,
doing better.
wow. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And that
So I'm
kind of leads me to another one. Do you ever go in,
ooh,
and now this is as a seller, do you ever go in and just like revamp all your product descriptions?
definitely not all of them.
But
I do go through and like I think that's really difficult to do because it's hard to like pick one, you
right.
know? So I think I'd probably pick one that like is kind of selling well, but not too well because I don't want to change up something that's doing.
Right,
I'm
definitely.
so helpful right now. People are probably like, so how do you pick then? I would say like something that's sold at least twice in the last year and something that you feel confident about. So like if it's a product that you're like, this is trash, this is a trash product, like you could redo the entire product. But if it's something that you're like, I don't know why people don't love this, then go look at the description, you know?
Yeah, because I have on my to-do list, it's been on my to-do list for a bit, is update my Etsy descriptions
Hmm.
using Chatty. Because, last year I didn't have Chatty, so it was just based on what came to me.
Yeah.
So I do have on my to-do list to go in and update older products on Etsy with a better description.
Hmm.
But we'll see
How
if
do
I ever
you?
get
Okay.
if I ever get to it.
With Etsy, it's a little bit easier for me. I feel like because I have it so that like if a product doesn't sell and it like expires, like I let it expire. And
Okay, yeah.
then it goes into my like expired list, which it's crazy because right now I only have like 115 products on my shop because there's like 180 that are expired. So I'm like, I should really go in there and fix that. But like, I don't want to do them all at the same time because I think that's what happened before and why so many expired like within the last 2 weeks. So I'm trying to do it like a little bit at a time.
There you go.
If I look at it then, and then that's a good time to like review the product description. It's like,
that is a good time.
It expired. It hasn't sold in the last 4 months, especially if it's a seasonal product. Like some of the ones that are expiring are like Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Most of them are like Valentine's Day. And so like you go in and then you can fix all of that on the off season and then they'll be ready and perfect for February. So,
there you go. That's a good idea. That's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that.
I wish I like kept up with it. Like that'd be really cool. Could you imagine how great I'd be if I did all the things that I thought were a good idea? Yeah, that'd be great. Does anybody else do that? Like you have like a really good idea and then you're like, oh yeah, that would have been great if I did it.
Every day. That's my life. Every day.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you have any pet peeves about product descriptions?
Do I have any pet peeves about product descriptions? So one thing I really hate is people put like they stuff keywords at the end of products. That's a big one on Teachers Pay Teachers, especially. It's like it's just like keywords. And it literally says keywords, and then it's like snap cubes and apples or whatever, like whatever they think they want to get. Like that is such a dumb thing to do. Like, I'm sorry. Nobody's dumb here. Nobody's
it's
dumb.
Just friends here. It's fine.
It's just
okay. I get it. Why? Okay.
It's a bad choice. It's a bad choice. That is keyword stuffing. Nobody likes it, especially Teachers Pay Teachers and Etsy, and they just don't like it. So don't do that.
So no keyword stuffing.
Yeah, don't put like a list at the end of your product description that says all your keywords. Take your keywords and like sprinkle them up all over your
she goes
sprinkle them all over your product.
Just not at the very last sentence. That's just what you're saying.
Just don't have like a keyword bank at the end because that's just cringy. It makes me want to punch your product in the face.
It's an it.
I'm over here punching clip art. That's why.
So any deal breakers?
Oh,
I have.
Do you? What's your deal breaker?
My deal breaker is if the description does not fit the product.
Ooh.
I can tell when people copy and paste.
I'm one of those people.
Well, no, copy and paste is fine.
It's my favorite
because it saves a lot of time. I copy and paste, but make sure it fits the product.
Yeah,
I think that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves and deal breaker. I'll just close it up is when I see that it does not match or you're not really talking about the product. You're just I could tell it's like a cookie cutter description.
I've definitely copy and pasted things and then later found that I like pasted it wrong or not like I didn't change the right thing. Like a bingo card or something and it says like these farm products or these farm images and then it's like a pirate thing and I was like, oh, that's awkward.
I mean, I think as a seller we've all done that.
Yeah.
But as a buyer, that's one of the things I'll just like, yeah, okay. You don't know, I'll just like, all right, we're talking about a bingo card, but of Halloween, but you're talking about Valentine's Day in the description. So
yeah, right.
Yeah,
so
I think that's when I will. Yeah,
I could see that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think you'd like my products. I'm just kidding. My products are great. But no,
I love your products. Aww. I just don't have kids.
That does help.
Yeah, she goes,
your 20-year-old? Your 20-year-old doesn't like lazy
cards? My 20-year-old.
I don't understand.
So funny.
My kids always like ask me to print things. I'm like, yeah,
Oh yeah, no, when my
sure.
kids were young, I would have
Yeah.
loved your store because
Oh
that's what
yeah.
we did. I did it. I was so involved with it. My kids also said, "Mom, we always did art." And I'm like, "Yes, we did."
You're
And
welcome.
yeah, y'all. Okay, guys, do you have any questions about descriptions? Because we obviously have our own opinions.
And pet peeves. Don't talk about pirates in your dinosaur products
Right?
unless they're dinosaur pirates. Then I guess it's okay.
Oh my. All right. So Lynn says it confuses people who don't know what those, yeah, exactly. Like, why are they,
Yeah.
not everyone knows what keywords, I barely know what keywords mean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is very confusing. So guys, what is some pet peeves that you have about product descriptions? Post in there, post in the chat, and let's just talk about it.
One of my pet peeves about products is that when it's really cute and I want to buy it and it costs money, I really don't like that. I'm just kidding.
I know. Okay, Beth,
Especially the clip art. I love the clip
you're so
art.
funny. I've been here listening. I'm just running around to hurricane prep.
Hurricane prep. Oh my gosh.
Hurricane prep.
How do you feel about hurricanes? Are you like, hurricane, or are you like, hurricane?
So last week a hurricane was coming through California.
Yeah, which is rare.
Right? Hurricane. I was like, so what is it going to do?
What does a hurricane look like? What does it do?
You know, get some, yeah, that's scary. I would make sure that I had, oh, Lynn. Hi, Lynn.
Hey.
Hi, Lynn. Did you want to talk?
You should talk to us about hurricanes.
Not that exciting, I promise.
Oh.
It's just we live very close to the ocean. We're like 15 minutes from like the ocean.
Oh.
Oh,
The
hold
ocean.
on. That says there's no school for 2 days. My kids are probably freaking out right now.
Oh.
So it's just a question, my watch says.
I was thinking, like, well, who said that?
Who's talking to you, lady?
Very close to the ocean. We're like 15 minutes in not tourist season from the ocean. So everything here floods because it's such a high water level.
Oh.
So like it started raining at probably like 2 and it stopped raining at probably like 9 and like the roads already flooded. Like, so
wow.
for 2 minutes, that's why they close the schools, because it'll be windy on the bridges and stuff.
What hurricane?
Idalia.
Why do they give the hurricanes always women names?
Idalia. I think they switch them. Sometimes they're like, so one year they have like a whole list of female names, and then the next year they have a whole alphabet of men names. Okay, it's just the men don't do as much damage usually. It's the women who do all the big damage. We usually just get wind and rain from hurricanes. We are about an hour away from the coast. So I don't even live near the coast anymore. I used to live on like coastal Virginia, and I remember hurricanes coming up, and I lived in Charleston for a while, South Carolina. And yeah, they never hit me though. Like they always went around. I've never actually experienced a hurricane because everywhere I've gone, they've just not come to me. That one year when it came to New York was like the month after I moved away from New York. And I moved to Virginia, and that's just what I do. So whenever there's a hurricane coming, it's like, well, if I lived there, it wouldn't land there.
See, we get earthquakes. Now that's fun.
Yeah. We get tornadoes. That's like a thing. I didn't even know that they were like, I thought it was like, oh, okay, we get tornadoes. But then like we went by this place and it was all like these, my husband was like, you see all those blue tarps over there? And I was like, why are there so many blue tarps? And he's like, there was a tornado that went right there. It's like this entire row of houses had all these tarps on their roof because the tornado ripped their roof off. And I was like, wow, that's like our house is like, that's very close to our house. So that's scary, but
Definitely. Hey, Lynn, do you have any pet peeves? Because we're going to go back to our descriptions.
Pam's going to bring us on back.
You know, do you have any pet peeves on product descriptions?
You guys were talking about terms of use earlier. That I always look for that because it's too much for me to keep up with what's personal use, what can I use for, what can I sell. I only buy commercial use stuff so I can't mess it up. And I ask questions too, like if it's not clear, like I appreciate all the legalese that you have to put in there, like I get that part of it, but if it's not like commercial use only or personal use, like if it's not clear, I always ask, and I always make sure that I have like a screenshot of like all the things, because like my fear is that they'll come back and be like, we didn't say that.
Yeah, so you're like, actually I have it right here in my clip art.
And I folder, like when I download my clip art from like Etsy or wherever, I just put that screenshot in the folder so that I have it all in one place.
She sounds very organized.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else? There's another thing that this reminded me of is some clip artists say that you can only use their product for 1,000 products or something like that. 1,000 sales. I do not buy those because I'm not gonna look at that. I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna be like, oh well, it's sold 1,000 times, I have to bring it down. Like,
okay,
I'm not gonna take the time to look at that. Just like tell me it's fine, and then that's that.
I wonder if that's a reason why people do that. Is there a reason for that?
I don't know.
When in the past, it's like you have to buy a license. So it's, you know, if you're
there we go.
1,000, it's $5. If you're going to do like to 2,500, it's $10. If you're going to do it, like it's just another way to make money, which I get. But like in those instances, I've asked too to be like, so how do you know if I sell 1,000? Like, do I have to tell that? Are you keeping track of that? Like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
And like, well, it's, you know, it's an honor system. Like we expect you to take
exactly. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Pass.
Yeah.
So that would go under pet peeve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. So we know we need to do in product descriptions, we need to make sure we clarify what the terms of use are. Make sure we put in tips on what you can do with it, what to use it for, sprinkle in the keywords. More details are great, and don't put limitations on them unless you have to,
because that's rude. It's just rude. Make it like if you want to add an extra price for commercial use, just put that into the product and make it commercial use. Like don't be like an extra $5 to buy a license. That's another thing that gets me is like,
I've seen those too.
You have to pay for the license to use it. It's like, that's dumb. Stop it. I don't like that. I don't like that. Like I've done it with clip art before, or well, I've done it with a font before. There's this font person that I love, and she's like, it'll cost you $5 to use it commercially. And I was like, absolutely. Like I'm gonna use this. I still use that font like 99% of my products. So I'm like, that's fine. I'll give you the $5. I just wish that you would have. I mean, and it's easier for her too, because she has like a master download of all of her fonts. And then she's like, if you want to use commercially, you have to pay $5 per font that you use commercially. Like you have to buy a font license. And I'm like, that's fine. I'll pay you. And
it's just like
whatever. Like I love your fonts.
Whatever.
It's fine. And it's like one of those fonts that like everybody uses, and like you can get it for personal use. You know, like some fonts, like Creative Fabrica has fonts, which is great. But like if you want to use those fonts, you have to get a Creative Fabrica account to use them, even personally to use them. So I like to use the one that's on Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's free, and like the people can use it if they want to like edit it or whatever. And yeah, so they can use it, and then I can use it, and it's perfect. And everybody's happy. The end. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about fonts.
Oh my God, you're fun. I love you.
Bye.
So, we really probably don't have too much homework this week. It's not like anyone ever does it anyways. I don't even do them.
I don't do it. One time you
But-
said you were going to list a product. Did you ever list it?
Is that-
Yeah.
Were you talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Actually, now that we know, it's just did not. Yeah.
Have not.
It's just-
Have
Straight
not.
no.
I had COVID last week. By the way, guys,
This was
after I
like 3
left
weeks
this-
ago.
Huh?
This was like 3
No,
weeks
just
ago.
kidding.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
I can't hear you. I have COVID in my ear. You're going through a tunnel. I can't hear you.
Those excuses. Those
Mm.
excuses. No,
Mm.
I have not. I went into my Canva last night
Oh.
and I was like, I need a product. Do you know I have like 50 products in there that are like half done?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I have
gosh,
some that
come
are
on,
like
people.
100% done, and I just have to like actually do it. Like I have there's a list right here. A pirate write the room that I made, and it's beautiful and it's perfect and I love it and I'm so proud of it, and it's just sitting in on my hard drive because I'm a fool.
I have to show you something that just kind of reminded me of someone that left a comment on the YouTube. I was going to tell. I need to go. Hold on. I'm going to show you because it's to you,
To me? Oh gosh.
right?
That's why I'm happy that you put it on yours so that
They-
I don't have to see the comments that are like
Oh no,
I'm just kidding.
you called me out about a product. Now I'm going to call you out.
Yes, I was thinking about your pirate product. I still have lots that I've created from your stuff, Beth, and I just haven't loaded them. See, yeah, and I have it like I've written it on like 5 different to-do lists. It's like, hey, don't forget to finish this Write the Room product. Don't forget to finish this amazing product. I'm so proud of it, and I just haven't. I don't know if I ever will, but it's right here. It's right here.
So I am trying to find the comment.
It's on this list. It is on, there's another one. Oh, this list. So this is like 4 or 5 different places that I've written it that I'm like, hey Beth, finish
Okay,
this
here we
thing.
go.
And I have it.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So it says, Beth, I don't see your pirate products up in either your Etsy or your TBT stores yet.
Yep.
It's a Gilded Penguin Creations.
That's Marilyn.
Yep. She called you out. It was awesome.
Yeah. It's not there yet. Nope.
Oh,
But
that's
it's so
hilarious.
pretty. I love it so much. I don't have any of them. I didn't put the Write the Room up yet. I haven't put the bingo up yet.
I think we need to start a group of people that need to post their shit.
Maybe do like a monthly post your shit video.
Post your
Ugh.
shit.
Gosh,
God.
but then I'd have to actually post it. Oh. And that's the thing is like I'm so proud of it and I love it so much that like when I put it up, if somebody doesn't buy it within like 10 minutes, I'm gonna feel so defeated.
Do you think that's why we don't put stuff up that we're afraid?
Especially if I'm like in love with it. Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
I think a lot of it too for me is no one's gonna like it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we
always my
do.
fear,
We
too.
do too. We do too, obviously. I need to put stuff up in my Etsy. I need to put stuff in my Payhip. I need to do. Do you guys just feel and yes, I'm going to use the overwhelm word. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just really feel like it's just an overwhelming thing to do. and I go the other way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I go the other way. So maybe that's what we need to talk about next week.
Yeah. A lot of times, like I've used it as a way to get something else done. If that
Oh,
makes
I
sense.
saw that post of yours.
Yeah.
Someone posted something. You're like, yeah, and then I go do something. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I need to do something. Like the other day, what was it? I can't even remember. I had to post something and I was like, okay, I need to do this pirate write the room today. Today's the day. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And then I was like, all right, writing a blog post. And it's like, how did I get here? I wrote a blog post instead. I don't even like blog posts. Oh
Yeah, Marilyn, I noticed it. I didn't know who did the comment until I just saw who I read the
that was me.
thing was. But I meant to tell her about it. I was like, someone wants to know where your pirate stuff is.
It's on my hard drive. Where it will stay until I'm ready. Making no money. And it's so funny because I tell people that. I'm like, how much money is it making on your hard drive? Like I say that to people.
Oh,
I tell people. Yeah.
She says it to me.
Like, when are you gonna put that thing up? And I'm over here with like 100 products just sitting there being ignored.
I wonder how we can get ourselves to do this. I have to think about it because I need to do it as well.
I know.
I need
All right.
to.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're
What
gonna
are we
not
gonna
do,
Beth?
we're gonna not do dishes today, right? And then the dishes are gonna be full, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I really should do dishes. And then you're like, or I could post that right the room product. And that's how you're gonna get it done. You're gonna not do dishes, and then you're gonna need to do dishes, and then it's like, well, this is the perfect time to do literally anything besides dishes. All right.
So true. It's so true.
That's me. That's me though. I make a to-do list and then my brain is like, what else can we do that's not on this list of things that have to be done today? All right.
I know. And now that I don't have, I'm not a PIPS admin anymore. Now I have all this time on my hands. And do I ever find what I need to do? No, I find everything that I shouldn't be doing. Like yesterday, I needed to do something about videos, and I need to do the t-shirt that I'm doing for Wednesday. You'll have another van to buy. That's right. And
that way I can make the money passively to pay for my van.
Right. And I did none of it because I found other things to do.
Yeah.
That wasn't really necessary.
Yeah.
Like making this, like no one really needed the PDF of the product description things.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We love it.
Speaking
it's
of,
so pretty though.
There we go.
Yeah, it's very nice. Oh,
You
look
know,
at that.
I just find everything else to do, and I need to really focus. We need a focus group of some sort.
Yeah. I don't think I should be in charge of that because
I don't think you should be in charge of that either.
There's not really many things that I should be in charge of. Yeah, no. You know, my kids always tell me that like I'm such a fun mom, and it's so funny to me because it's like you guys would suffer so hard if you didn't have such a neurotypical normal father who's like consistent and wonderful. Like if you didn't have that and you just had crazy mommy who has the attention span of like a toothpick, like you would have a very chaotic life. Like I know it's fun, all fun and games, but trust me, you don't want this. You don't want this to be, because they're like, I wish daddy was more fun. And it's like, no, you don't. You don't wish that because your life would be chaos.
That's a good point too. You guys probably balanced each other out.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Man, so next week maybe we should do something about focus and accountability. How are we going to teach that when we don't even teach?
I think I'm busy that day.
Cross that off.
Yeah. Focus.
Okay, we need to work.
Speaking of focus, I got a cute little avocado. Is it cute though? It's an avocado, and it holds your phone.
Cute.
It holds your phone.
That is cute.
It holds your phone.
Oh, it holds the phone.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Is that your husband?
It is. He made a face at me and then I made it into my background. Let's see if I can.
I'm glad Pam didn't ask her group expert this. Oh yeah. Oh.
There we go. See? My little hoobie booby. This is a little face. Yeah, it's been like that for years and years. It used to be anchovy, but now Hubby Wubby is more important. I don't know.
So funny. Yeah. So Lynn's gonna be my special guest in Canada.
Ooh, her group expert this month.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
You should ask her about how to focus. But Lynn gets things done. Lynn gets things done.
How is that challenge going?
Wow. Today was the last day. So I did my video this morning. Gonna wrap it up. I'm stressed looking at everything in Subtrio and my emails one more time before I send out my thing on Friday to officially launch everything and put it out into the world. But I got really good feedback, so I think it went good. It seems to have gone well.
Oh well, I keep hearing about it.
That's good.
I keep hearing everyone's loving it, so that's awesome. Yeah. Hi, Jackson. Oh, he can't hear me.
Pam says hi. See Pam? Well, that's Lynn, but you see Pam up there. Yeah, or say hi. Okay. He says okay.
Okay. Is he ready for mom?
Yeah, you can have an apple. Tell Joshua he can have an apple too.
These kids always eat apples.
Wait.
I think that's all she feeds them.
I don't think I ever given them any other food. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because every time they come in, they ask for an apple.
Every day. Every day. It's like use your school stomach. Like why are you so hungry at 11? Well, I guess 11 o'clock they probably would have had lunch by now.
You know,
but still, gosh, snacks all day. All day they eat snacks. And I'm like, whatever. Eat up, little one.
Hey, don't worry. My 18-year-old. Well, no, sorry, she's 19. Jeez.
19.
Jeez. She'll come in and go, "What are you having for breakfast?" I don't know yet. And she goes, "Well, whatever you make, can you make me?" And then lunch. What are you having for lunch? Probably tuna, because I'm one of those people that I just have the same thing almost every day. It's weird. I'm weird. It takes out the thinking for me. But I have tuna and crackers all the time. I might switch it up with something else, but I'm not very healthy, so we'll just do tuna and crackers. And then she'll be like, "Yeah, I'm not into tuna today." Well, I never asked you to be into tuna.
I didn't ask you to be into tuna.
You know, go make your own goddamn lunch, please.
Dude, that's me with my husband though. Like I'll be like, "Hey, what are you gonna have for lunch today? You wanna make me some lunch?"
Well, you can't even make your own coffee.
Oh my gosh, I almost died yesterday. It was awful.
Her husband was gone and she forgot to make coffee.
Because this man, he makes it for me at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So then I get up and I'm like, "Oh, coffee's ready." And I pour myself some coffee and I'm like, such a lovely morning before my kids wake up. And then today I was like, why is it such a crappy morning before my kids wake up? Like I feel like crap. And then like at like noon, I had this pounding headache and I was like, why does my head hurt so bad? And then I was like, oh no.
But Anchovy tried to tell you.
She did. She's such a good dog. She was like, normally she stands at the bottom of the stairs and is like, "All right, time to go to work, lady. Come on, let's go." And yesterday she was like, "We're not going upstairs right now." And I was like, "Lady, we have work to do." And she's like, And I guess she was just saying like, "You forgot something." But like 20 minutes later,
does the same thing.
I was in so much pain. And I was like, that's what
But
she
got a coffee today.
I did. First thing, woke up and I was like, nobody talk to me. I need to do this. I need to focus on the task.
I should have stopped the recording like 15 minutes ago.
Hold
on.
Bye.